Greetings and welcome to On the Move with Dave B's Kitchen. In today's video, we'll be making homemade rigatoni pasta and chicken cutlet using Einkorn Flour. To put ridges in the rigatoni, I made a cavatelli board. I created the board using cherry wood for the working surface, then cut a dovetail to attach a maple handle. I built a sliding fence for my router that allowed me to use a V-bit to cut 36 grooves in the pasta board. To make the pasta, I used 100 grams of flour to 1 egg rule and assumed 4% salt to flour by weight ratio. For this batch, I used 384 grams of Einkorn flour to 4 largest eggs and 18 grams of salt already had in the flour. I made a well in the center of the flour where I poured the 4 beaten eggs. Using a fork, I gradually pulled the flour, combining and kneading with the aid of the bench scraper. After the dough was well mixed, I wrapped and let it rest for 20 minutes. After the pasta dough rested, I rolled it out to mark and cut for the individual rigatonis. Using a 3/4 inch wooden dowel, I wrapped the cut pieces of dough using water to help seal the edges. Then rolled them across the cavatelli board to form the ridges in the pasta. When the dowel was filled, we set them aside to dry. In hindsight, I'll use a 1/2 inch dowel the next time as these rigs were a bit on the big side. However, that isn't a bad problem to have. We have 3 plump chicken breasts that I butterflied and pounded to a consistent thickness. We did use plastic wrap to help reduce flying matter. Using the modified wet hand, dry hand method, I breaded the chicken breasts. First stop was in seasoned Einkorn Flour, then on to the egg wash, and then finally finishing with breadcrumbs I had made from the crusts of Einkorn sourdough bread I had made earlier in this week. After breading was complete, I heated some olive oil to just below the smoke point and briefly sauteed the breaded chicken. I then placed it on parchment paper lined cookie sheet and popped in the oven at 375 for 8 minutes. At that time, I pulled out of the oven, topped with mozzarella and Romano cheese, and melted under the broiler till the cheese was melted and brown. To finish the rigatoni, I heated 8 ounces of butter, and as the butter was starting to brown, I added 20 cloves of shaved garlic, cooking till a light golden color. At this time, I removed the pan from the heat. We then cooked the rigs in water that was at a light simmer for about 6 minutes. Then I transferred the pasta to the brown butter sauce where I coated the rigs. Thank you for watching.